Everyone fantasizes about the glitz and glamour that comes with being an actor. The stardom, the 7-figure paychecks, and romantic relationships that blossom with your co-stars. But sometimes being an actor isn't so glamorous. Some actors sacrifice more than they should, taking it as far as putting their lives in danger just for a chance at winning that illustrious Oscar gold. Here is Screen Rant's list of 10 actors who took their movie roles way too far.
I learned that in prison, you like?
Robert De Niro in Cape Fear. When Martin Scorsese cast Robert De Niro as a psychopathic rapist in his 1991 remake of Cape Fear, he knew he would get an amazing performance. De Niro already worked as a taxi driver for 12-hour days for weeks to prepare for Scorsese's Taxi Driver, so the extremes that he was willing to go to prepare for his role were no surprise to the director. De Niro paid a dentist $20,000 to grind and stain his teeth to look like a man who was in prison for years. The role won him Oscar and Golden Globe nominations, giving the actor a wide grin.
Here we go.
Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger knew that the Joker wasn't a character that he could easily get into, and he even reached out to Jack Nicholson for help. Nicholson told him that he'd go crazy, reaching the levels he needed for the role. Ledger locked himself into a hotel room for 4 weeks, with no contact to the outside world, in order to prepare. He wrote in a personal diary in which he wrote really insane things, and he slept for only 2 hours per day. Rooney Mara in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. David Fincher asked Rooney Mara to change her body to fit the character of antisocial hostile Lisbeth Salander in 2011's The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. He put her on a strict diet and asked her to live in Stockholm on her own for weeks before production began. He even had her dye her hair black and chop down her long bangs and bleach her eyebrows white. What she did on her own was add numerous piercings to her body to get even more into her character. Her eyebrow, her nose, her lips, even her nipple. Now that's dedication.
And stop visiting tattoo removal websites, or I'll do it again. Right here.
Christian Bale in The Machinist. It's hard to believe that the muscle-toned Christian Bale in the Batman trilogy is the same man in 2004's The Machinist. Bale lost over 63 pounds for his role in the psychological thriller, and that nearly cost him his life. He went down another 20 pounds from the point his nutritionist said was safe, and he wanted to lose another 5, but he was told that he would die if he did. He survived off eating 1 apple and a can of tuna fish daily for weeks leading up to shooting. To make matters even worse, he smoked cigarettes to curb his hunger, to prepare for this $8.2 million grossing flop. Billy Bob Thornton in Sling Blade. Billy Bob Thornton felt that he had a lot to prove in his directorial debut with 1996's Sling Blade. The American drama film set in rural Arkansas is led by main character Carl Childers, an intellectually disabled man played by Thornton. Thornton immersed himself into the role, causing many filmgoers not to recognize him on screen. To achieve his character's peculiar shuffle, Thornton added broken pieces of glass to his shoes to ensure continuity throughout shooting. This gave a whole new meaning to the word cut on set. Natalie Portman in Black Swan. Natalie Portman took herself from actress to believable ballerina for her role in Black Swan by doing extensive workouts. Portman said, "We usually started by swimming a mile a day doing the front crawl and breaststroke. Then we'd do 2 hours of ballet exercises and resistance work." This was not her only form of preparation. She even held to a stringent diet to accomplish the figure she required in her Oscar-winning role. Daniel Day-Lewis in The Crucible. We all know of the irregular ways that Daniel Day-Lewis prepares for his roles, but 1996's The Crucible might be the oddest. To prepare for the role of 17th century farmer John Proctor, Day-Lewis spent the summer before filming on location at Hog Island, northern Massachusetts. He rode into work on a brown horse, he lived without running water or electricity, and he helped build the sets for the production. He even ditched the power tools of today and used the tools of the 17th century. Halle Berry in Jungle Fever. The talented Halle Berry has always been a gifted actress, but was overshadowed by her stunning looks for many years. Before winning an Oscar for 2001's Monsters Ball, she garnered her first critical fame in 1991's Jungle Fever. The director couldn't see past her looks, and felt she was too attractive for the role as a crack-addicted prostitute that lived on the streets. So during her 10 days of filming, she never bathed or showered, to help portray the dirt her character lived in. This triggered her to apologize to her co-stars those last days of shooting, but she proved her talents and quieted her director.
Wait until you see.
See what?
What a man can do to another man.
Shia LaBeouf in Fury. Here's one time an actor actually joined the US National Guard and a religion to prepare for a movie. Director David Ayer told his cast he needed his actors to give him their all for 2012's Fury. They did, but Shia LaBeouf went the furthest. He went as far as to cut his face numerous times, and even got a tattoo to give a more realistic portrayal on screen. That's not where the actor stopped. He also had a tooth removed, and he kept his personal hygiene to a bare minimum. Ayer loved this dedication, and he even had his actors fist fighting on set every day. Margot Robbie in Suicide Squad. Margot Robbie is quickly becoming one of Hollywood's most bankable stars, but if acting doesn't work out, maybe she can use her new skill as an Olympic swimmer. Robbie learned to hold her breath underwater for over 5 minutes to perform a fight scene in Suicide Squad. The actress was competitive with her stunt double and wanted to prove her mad skills. Luckily, she stopped at 5 minutes and went on to finish some other crazy scenes alongside Jared Leto. What do you think of our video? Did we skip over any of your favorite actors that took their movie roles way too far? Sound off in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more fun videos. Thanks for watching.